In the small town of Nainital, where the streets bustled with life, yet many lived modestly, there lived a little boy named Navdeep. Navdeep was a bright and imaginative child, always brimming with ideas. His dream was to become an artist, but his family struggled to make ends meet. His father working as a mechanic in a workshop, and his mother Meena worked the whole day as a garbage collector. But his both parents were doing their best to provide him good food and education. One Sunday evening, as the golden light of the sun entered their tiny home, Navdeep approached his mom and dad with a hopeful smile. Mom, Dad, can you buy me a painting kit? I want to make many beautiful paintings. His parents were puzzled and looked at each other silently, as it would be hard for them to afford it. They loved their son deeply, but they couldn't afford the luxury of art supplies. With a gentle hug, Navdeep's mother said, Navdeep, I promise I will find a way soon. Days turned into weeks, and Meena couldn't shake the guilt of denying her son something so simple. On a chill evening, as Navdeep's mom Meena was about to finish her work for the day, her gaze fell on a pile of discarded carton boxes near a corner store. Immediately, an idea sparked in her mind. These may not be paintbrushes, but maybe they can bring a smile to Navdeep's face, she thought. She finished her work and then carried the boxes home for Navdeep. When Navdeep saw the boxes, his eyes light up. Wow, Mom! These are perfect! He began cutting, folding, and taping the cartons with precision, creating a small, cozy shelter. Meena watched in amazement as he drew some designs on the boxes. But she was puzzled to see so many crayons that he had. How did you get so many colors? She asked Navdeep. He replied with a cute smile, saying all those colors were used once, and he added he found it inside the carton boxes that she brought. Meena felt very happy to know that. She asked what he was making and for whom. Navdeep replied with a smile, Mom, I'm making this for that stray dog that roams in our street. As it is so cold at night, I thought of making him a home. Meena felt very happy and satisfied after knowing her son's caring nature. Once he finished making the carton box setup, Navdeep carefully placed the shelter near the tree where the stray dog often rested. Navdeep had named him Chiku. Seeing his shelter, Chiku wagged his tail and stepped inside, curling up comfortably. Seeing the dog's happiness, Navdeep felt a surge of pride. A few days later, Chiku's new home caught the attention of a shopkeeper named Ravi, whose store was nearby. Inspired by Navdeep's act of kindness, Ravi decided to feed Chiku every day. If a little boy can do so much, why can't I offer a meal? He thought. As days turned into weeks, the small shelter and Navdeep's kind act began to gain attention in Nainital. People passing by would stop and smile at Chiku, cozy in his new home. Inspired by Ravi's gesture of feeding the dog, more residents began contributing. Some left small bowls of water, while others brought scraps of food. One morning, as Navdeep walked out to check on Chiku, he noticed something unusual. A small piece of paper folded neatly near the shelter. Curious, he opened it and found a drawing of Chiku and the shelter sketched with intricate details. At the bottom, there was a note that read, You are a true artist, Navdeep. Never stop dreaming. Navdeep was both surprised and thrilled. Who could have left this? He wondered aloud. The mystery deepened when the next evening a man in a clean uniform and a hat stopped by their house. He introduced himself as Mr. Sharma, the owner of a local art gallery. Holding the same drawing that Navdeep had found, he said, "Your act of kindness and creativity has inspired me. I saw the shelter and heard about your dream of becoming an artist. I would like to help." Navdeep's parents, though hesitant at first, listened as Mr. Sharma explained his plan. "I run a program for young talented artists who cannot afford supplies. I would like to sponsor Navdeep and showcase his work at my gallery." Overjoyed, Navdeep agreed, but with a condition. "Can I make my first painting about Chiku and my street?" Touched by his humility, Mr. Sharma provided Navdeep with a painting kit the very next day. Navdeep poured his heart into his first artwork, a vibrant scene of Nainital, the shelter, and Chiku happily wagging his tail. The painting was titled "A Home for All." When the painting was displayed at the gallery, it drew widespread attention. The townsfolk came in droves, amazed by the little boy's talent. To Navdeep's shock, a visitor bought the painting for a handsome amount, leaving behind a note, "For the boy who taught us kindness." But the story didn't end there. With the money he earned, Navdeep had an idea. He approached Ravi and a few other shopkeepers, asking them to help build more shelters for stray animals in Nainital. Together, they created a small project called Warm Paws, where discarded materials were repurposed to make homes for animals in need. Navdeep's initiative turned Nainital into a hub of compassion. Stray animals were no longer ignored, and even the children in the town began collecting used crayons and cartons, following Navdeep's example. One evening, as Navdeep sat under the tree where Chiku's shelter had been, Meena hugged tightly. "You have shown us that even with little, we can create something big. You're not just an artist, Navdeep. You are a change maker." Years later, as Navdeep grew into a celebrated artist, he never forgot his roots. His gallery, named Dreams from Nainital, showcased not only his masterpieces, but also artwork by children from humble beginnings just like him. And Chiku? He lived a long, happy life as the beloved mascot of Nainital's kind-hearted transformation. I hope you all like this story. Let's meet again with another exciting tale. Until then, bye-bye.